I like what Letitia James is doing. She's fighting back. She's saying, fuck you. I'm sorry. This is where we are. She's saying, this is it. I will not be taken down by this person. I am not afraid of him. And God bless him.
Unbelievable, people. Children, close your ears. Robert De Niro is speaking gospel. People, you will not believe how far Robert De Niro has gone off the rails. He is out of touch with everyday people. He lives in a mansion on a hill, far from everybody, far from everything. Nothing touches this man. He went from a legend to a washed up, empty shell of a man. Stay tuned for this video because you're not going to want to miss it.
Cursor, Robert De Niro. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. You know, when you look at and hear from all the folks that were out on the streets yesterday, young and old, white and black, from across the political spectrum, small towns and big cities, what do you think that tells you about the difference that we have now and kind of the resistance that's growing and where we started in January?
It tells me that I'm very happy to see that, because we need much more of it going forward, because that's the only thing that the politicians are going to recognize. They either face the wrath of Trump or the wrath of the people. And they have to be more afraid of the wrath of the people and realize this is not good. I better strap on my balls and do something about it.
Do you think they got that message, that's going to resonate with them as the week comes into?
People, I don't know what's going on with De Niro. How was he this legend actor? He's sitting there on MSNBC, doesn't have that clue what the hell he's talking about. What it is Trump got into his head. He's been living in De Niro's head, and he is driving De Niro completely insane. It gets better, people. Stick around and check this video out, because De Niro goes off the deep end even worse.
We can't let up. Cannot let up on him, because he is not going to leave the White House. He does not want to leave the White House. He will not leave the White House. Anybody thinks he'll do this, he'll do that, is just deluding themselves. The Republicans, most of all, because they know, but they're going along with it. It's a classic bully situation. We see it, and there's no other to face a bully. You have to face him and fight it out.
Okay, people, I just had to stop it. I'm going to let it play out some more, but I'm trying to figure out, like Robert De Niro said, the Republicans know, they know. What do they know, Bob? Come on, talk to me, Bob. What do they know? This guy was a legend on screen. But what did they do? Take the cue cards and just staple it to the forehead of the actor across from him, people? Unbelievable. Trump's not going to leave the White House. Trump's not going to leave the White House. What are you talking about? He was there for 4 years. He already left. What are you talking about? Do you know that he came back, maybe? He hasn't been there for 4 years after, Biden was there. Biden won. And then Biden left and Trump came back. Maybe he just doesn't realize that, people. But it just gets worse. Gets worse. Check it out.
And back them off and back them down. That's the only way this is going to work.
Yeah. Speaking of strapping on balls, there seems to be only one candidate in the New York City mayoral race who is willing to do that and who has been critical of President Trump right now. Have you decided who you're voting for yet next month?
I don't know, but I have thought of the thing that I like about Hamdani is that he's young, he's smart, and he means well. He's not a mean person. He's not a bad person. He'll have to make decisions. There'll be compromises, like all politicians, like everybody is in a position of making decisions that somebody's not going to be happy. But at the end of the day, I feel that I think at this point, I don't know enough yet to go further, but that he will have he could.
This question to get to the point, kings think that they should rule forever. Let me put up something that the president posted last night on X. He writes, "We're built different. Have a good night, everyone." And look at what he puts up there. He and J.D. Vance as, what is that, king and queen? King and king? I don't know. Above, once again, putting a sombrero on the head of House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, and then adding Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer to the fun by giving him a sombrero. Your reaction to that?
It's all nonsense. We know it's all racist.
Well, people, was I right? Is he losing it, or is he losing it? Or I think he lost it. One thing I want to point out here is he says that Trump is a king. He's been saying it forever, thinks he's a king. He's never going to leave the White House. And, this is typical MSNBC in a dried up washer. He is hey, De Niro, you're a washer. Might as well call him, because that's what he did with his career, washed it up. But he is a washed up actor. A lot of people have not just given up on De Niro. But anyway, De Niro's not the only person on this planet. He breathes and puts his pants on just like we do. What I want to touch on is there's no king. He thinks he's a king, and he thinks this, and he thinks that. He's a fascist. He's a Goebbels. He's Jewish. Okay, what are you saying, Bob? What are you trying to say? He's Jewish, and what point are you trying to make? See, people, these are the racist ones. It's these extreme lefts. They're the racist ones. They're the ones that they're the threat to democracy. They're the one that wants to attack their political people. He is endorsing or backing, I'm not going to use the word endorse because I didn't hear him say it, but he is backing Mandowney. Okay, if you want to be in a democracy, why is it that you're voting for a communist, Bob? People, this is how it works. They want to brainwash people. They're going to bring in some washed-up actor to try to get people to bring their ratings up on MSNBC. It's not going to happen. People, let me tell you, I'm a new channel. I got 150 maybe subs, and I do better than MSNBC. And while we're on that subject, can you please hit that like and subscribe button? I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to do a couple more minutes of this clip, people, because that's all I can handle, Bob. I've already taken everything I bought of his CDs, memorabilia. It's already in the garbage can. Never watch him again, but let's get into the end of this video. And you decide for yourself. Comment below, and you tell me if De Niro is washed up.
It's all, that's what he appeals to. That's what Trump is. Everything is, what you see is what you get. It's not going to change with him. Everything. He's just, the point is we have to keep fighting and pushing until he is out. Period. There's no other way. He's not going to want to leave the White House. What is he facing? He's facing certain things. No matter what the Supreme Court, they're going to find a way to go after him for what he's done, all the awful, monstrous things that he's done. I don't see any. He's not going to want to leave. Why should he?
On that point, then, what do you make of the National Guard deployments? He first did it in Los Angeles, then really did it in Washington, D.C., where he has control of the National Guard. But then he's trying to get them into Illinois, into Portland.
Yeah, he's going to get them in to intimidate when the midterms come. It's just this psychologically is going to wear on people. We have to have a defense against that, an oppositional offense. We have to be strong to counter that kind of situation when it comes, because that's what he's trying. It's better to neutralize it now than to worry about it later, or try and neutralize a bit of it and be ready, because this is what it is. It's going to be the freedom to walk into the polling station and vote without being intimidated. It's all about intimidation.
Are you certain, though, that people are going to be able to do that?
We want to make sure that they will go, that they feel comfortable enough to go. They realize that they're going to lose everything if they don't go.
I personally think he's licked one too many windows, people. Just one too many. What did anybody learn from this besides Trump is not going to leave the White House? We've been hearing that for 10 years now. What else did we learn? That the National Guard is going to be swarming the ballot boxes. The only thing that swarms ballot boxes, people, from what I see, are the Democrats with their fraudulent ballot in bags. They carry them in bags and they stuff them in there. That's the only problem I see with the ballots. People, these are insane accusations this man has made. Bob has detoured from reality. He's not leaving the White House to the National Guard. People, I don't care what you say. People of color, the black people living in Chicago, Portland, what the Democrats, what their lives don't matter. It's a holocaust against black people in those areas. And the Democrats are getting people to believe that Trump is turning into this dictator. What Trump is doing is making the streets safer. Let me tell you, I live 20 minutes out of Detroit, and I wish to God Trump would come here and clean that area up. And I'm sure the people that live in Detroit would love to have it cleaned up. It's just insanity, people. It's insanity. It's time for the blood pressure pill. I get all twisted up when you watch MSNBC and Robert De Niro. And people, thank you for watching. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and I'll see you guys next time.